Hey, welcome to a new video. We, as humans, share our planet with an enormous number of animals, including insects. Recent studies indicate there are 200 million insects for every person on Earth. It's only natural, then, that there are dangerous species among them. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. Top 15. The first insect on this list is none other than the average housefly. Generally speaking, they're nothing more than an annoying insect pest. But I can hear you thinking, flies aren't dangerous, are they? In some cases, they are. The average housefly is believed to be able to transmit at least 65 diseases and 350 types of bacteria. These bacteria can lead from fever to tuberculosis to leprosy. If that doesn't sound bad enough, you haven't seen the world's largest fly. Meet the Garamoides heroes, a fly that can grow as long as 7 centimeters. Just imagine for a moment that this fly is flying in your home. This fly is found in countries such as Bolivia, Paraguay, and Brazil. Make sure you don't leave any unattended food lying around because flies love to eat it. Top 14. By its very name, the tarantula hawk immediately conjures up an image of fear. This insect is actually a spider killer, which has a fondness for larger spiders, particularly tarantulas. They use their sting to put their tarantula prey into a deep paralysis before taking it back to the nest as live food. However, there's a tarantula hawk species that feeds quite separately on just some nectar from flowers. Of the carnivores among them, it's mainly the females that are very skilled at hunting tarantulas. Their sting, which can last about 5 minutes, is called by many one of the most painful insect stings in the world. One researcher who has experienced it firsthand describes it as an immediate and excruciating pain that simply takes away your ability to do anything but scream. This would really be true, as even insect researcher Justin Smith says it's extremely painful. Top 13. Puss caterpillar is a butterfly with long hair that reminds you of a Persian cat. And no, this is not a friendly Pokemon, as this insect is among one of the most poisonous insects in the world. You can find them mainly in Mexico and the eastern United States. It's actually the larvae that make the insect so dangerous, so it's best not to touch them. They have brush-like hairs which are accompanied by orange stripes across their back. However, these hide a secret weapon, poisonous spines. If they make contact with your skin, you will experience indescribable pain. This is because the venom of this caterpillar spreads throughout your body. If you have been stung, it is recommended to immediately clean the wound and first remove the hairs that are stuck in your skin. Top 12. A wasp can be found almost all over the world. They are very useful because they eat flies and mosquitoes. You've probably seen them flying around in your garden or on your balcony. But did you know that there are more than 75,000 different species? One of them is the yellow jacket, which you can mainly find in North America. Unlike the wasps that usually leave you alone, this wasp is notorious for its aggressiveness. If someone accidentally gets too close to one of the underground nests, their alarm signal will summon hundreds of stinging wasps to attack. Unlike bees, these yellow-colored insects do not lose their stinger, so they don't just sting you once, but they will repeatedly attack and sting you purely out of aggression. In some cases, their sting can even be deadly. Top 11. I can already see you thinking, how can beetles be dangerous? In the world, there are said to be over 350,000 different species of beetles, so it's only natural that there are dangerous species among them. Some of them can actually bite you. Let's start with a titan beetle, one of the largest insects in the world, measuring nearly 17 centimeters in length. They live mainly in rainforests, and their lower jaws are powerful enough to break pencils in half, let alone pierce human flesh. Another species are the Hercules beetles, which belong to a group called rhino beetles. The males can grow as long as 19 centimeters. They're also quite muscular, and they are capable of carrying up to 850 times their body mass. Compared to an adult male, that would mean they could carry as much as 68,000 kilograms. But the most dangerous beetle species is probably the blister beetle. If you come into contact with this beetle, then you can get irritation and blisters that can be very painful. Another dangerous species that should also be mentioned is the roe of beetles. These beetles carry a toxic chemical compound called cantharidin. This can cause bumps with a burning sensation from which some people get high fevers and body pains. It could even make you blind, so beware of this insect. Top 10. At first glance, the brown recluse spider can often be confused with the average brown spider, but you can distinguish them by their eyes. In fact, they have eerie rows of 6 eyes instead of 8 like most spiders. But this spider is among the most dangerous spiders in the world because they are incredibly venomous. After you're bitten, you get dark blisters and sores that can last for weeks. In the same place, your skin can also show extreme reactions, including rotting tissue. Fortunately, these spiders are only found in South and Central United States. In addition, they like dark hidden places like rocks or under leaves. However, they are also sometimes found in homes and even in people's shoes. Top 9. Unlike the average bee, these hornets have a sting that is made to do maximum damage. The bold-faced hornets can sting you repeatedly, so it's best to stay away from these insects. Any predator or intruder they see as a threat. Remember that you are dealing with an insect that likes to chew bees rather than avoid them. The sting of these insects has a venom that can last 24 hours and is extremely painful, especially dangerous near your face or eyes. People who have experienced this have reported everything from difficulty breathing and swallowing problems. In other cases, people had severe allergic reactions and had to be taken to the hospital immediately. Top 8. These blood-sucking insects, called the kissing bugs, are found mainly in Central and South America, certain areas of the United States and Mexico. If you encounter one, you will quickly discover that they do not kiss their victim, but they bite you in a Dracula-like manner. They prefer to do this when you are sleeping. Like mosquitoes, these creepy crawlers need blood to survive. They have no problem extracting it from anywhere in your body. But you may be wondering, why are they called kissing bugs? This is because they get their name from where they like to bite you, which is around the mouth or the eyes. They can bite you up to 15 times, and this bite is not only painful, but can also carry diseases such as Chagas disease. Symptoms of this disease are severe fever, vomiting, anemia, and swelling. In the early stages, this disease can still be treated, but after a few months, it can no longer be treated. So, in South America, this disease has become a big problem, and unfortunately, it has caused a very unfortunate fate for many people. Top 7. The killer bee is the nickname of the Africanized honeybee, which was a crossing between the East African honeybee and several European honeybee species. They are originally from Brazil and have now taken over parts of South to Central America. This bee species is called the killer bee for a reason. They can hunt hundreds of people at a time if you disturb them, and they are responsible for more than 1,000 human deaths. A killer bee can sting 10 times more than any other species, making it very dangerous. In October 2010, a 73-year-old man was clearing up bushes when he accidentally disrupted a beehive. As you can guess, he didn't stand a chance against hundreds of bees. There are also stories of bees chasing people for over 400 yards or 400 meters. Top 6. If you don't like centipedes, you definitely don't want to encounter the giant centipede. They are mainly found in the South of America, where it's tropical, and as the name suggests, they are huge. They are one of the largest centipedes in the world and can reach a length of 12 inches or 30 centimeters. Believe it or not, this Chinese man even bought one as a pet. They are known as aggressive hunters and can easily overpower spiders, scorpions, and other large insects. If this centipede encounters a larger animal, they can use their venom to hold their own in battle. Fortunately, people are rarely bitten, but when they are, it's extremely painful. The symptoms you might get from the poison are fever, nausea, and problems with your cardiovascular system. They are also a very nasty plague for farmers and people who love gardening. Top 5. The Australian funnel spider, also known as the Atrax, is considered the most deadly spider in the world. Fortunately, it's only found in the east of Australia. The spider has at least 40 subspecies, but they are not all equally dangerous. However, some, like the Australian funnel spider, have very strong poisons that act quickly on you. The symptoms you might get are the cramping of the heart and muscles. 13 people would not have survived after touching the spider, but fortunately, an antidote was developed in 1981, and since then, there have been no new victims. So, if you decide to go on vacation to Australia and you're in the vicinity of humid forest areas, beware, because even if there is an antidote, the bite is still very painful. I myself don't like small spiders, but if I met this spider, it would scare the hell out of me. Top 4. The assassin caterpillar, as the insect is called, is mainly found in the rainforest of southern Brazil and is known as the most dangerous caterpillar in the world. It also earned a place in the Guinness World Records as the most poisonous caterpillar. You should never touch this caterpillar because, first of all, their body destroys your red blood cells. They can grow between 1.3 to 1.8 inches or 4.5 to 5.5 centimeters tall. What makes them especially dangerous is that you can barely see them because they can camouflage themselves perfectly in a tree bark. However, if you find one, there's a good chance that there are several of them around because they often live in groups. Top 3. The Asian giant hornet is an insect that has been spreading more and more over the last few years. You can find them in the tropical regions of China, Japan, and India. Since 2020, there have been reports of a number of them being found in America, and this could become a big problem. First of all, they can reach a length of almost 3 inches or 7 centimeters, and secondly, they can exterminate hundreds of bees at the same time. This is a big problem because bees are important for pollinating our food crops. Beekeepers are therefore very concerned about the growing population of these hornets. But these hornets can also be dangerous for humans. Their sting is very poisonous and painful. In Japan alone, these hornets cause 50 deaths a year. Top 2. Fire ants are known as ants that can sting and are therefore very feared. Normal ants bite and inject acid into the wound, but fire ants bite and inject venom. This poison can often kill smaller animals. For humans, the sting may not be a serious threat, but it is very painful, and in 5% of cases, it can cause people to suffocate due to an allergic reaction. As the name suggests, these fire ants leave a burning sensation on the skin. Fire ants are also known for their ability to seriously affect nature reserves. In the United States alone, more than $5 billion a year are spent on medical treatment, damage, and control of these insects. Top 1. The most dangerous insect on this list, and how could it be otherwise, it's the mosquito. Mosquitoes feed on the blood of animals, but also humans. Blood is full of proteins that mosquitoes need to produce eggs. Their bites cause an itchy rash because their saliva is transmitted during the bite. Like ticks, mosquitoes transmit diseases to humans and animals. According to various data, they are responsible for the deaths of more than 700,000 people a year. Africa, South America, and Asia are said to be affected by most mosquito populations. Some of the diseases that mosquitoes can transmit are Zika virus, West Nile virus, and malaria. Have you ever come across a dangerous insect? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.